If you are a multi-passionate, this video is going to be for you, because if you feel overwhelmed by the amount of hobbies that you have, by the amount of passions that you have, and you feel like you can't fit them in, this is going to really reassure you. I'm somebody that has an interest in being a singer. Like, that's my dream job. I want to be a singer, but I also want to be a content creator, but I also want to be in the fashion space. I also want to be in the kind of like stylist space, but I also love history. Like, they are very vast and different things. But today when I was making pancakes, I realized that every single step you take towards any of your passions is bolstering your other passions, is elevating your other passions as well. What I'm trying to say is, your hobbies are not mutually exclusive. Just because you spend time on one, for example, me singing and performing, or me making content, or me showing an interest in history, they are not separate. They are all interconnected. When I work on my content creation, because I'm having to present, because I'm having to think on the spot, that helps me to perform, because I have to get used to thinking on the spot. I have to get used to being enthusiastic. I have to get used to presenting myself. That's going to be helpful for my singing career. Somebody said to me, they were like, well, you're not really doing that much towards your singing. You're not really doing that much towards being a musician. But I disagree. Content creation, getting myself on YouTube, getting myself on Instagram, getting myself on TikTok, and building a personal brand is helping my singing career and helping me as a musician. Okay, yeah, I haven't been doing performance yet. I haven't written an album yet. That will come this year. But it's helping me, because when I do produce those things, I can use that platform. I can use it to elevate other endeavours that I have going on. So I have a job in sales, and within 4 months of me being in my sales job, I wouldn't say promoted, but I got put on probably the most desirable team in the company. I think I'm sure a lot of people in my job were like, hang on a minute, Hattie's been here for like 4 months max, she's just passed her probation. Why is she getting promoted to a really good team? I'd never been in a sales job before, and I genuinely think it's because of all the other shit that came before. Like, I'm not naturally good at sales. I'm not naturally, or I wasn't born as like a good salesperson. I've just developed skills over time from going to uni, from having to present at uni, from content creation. All of that has built up to the point where doing a sales job is effortless for me. A lot of people would find that hard. And it is kind of hard if you're starting from zero. But because I've had all this other experience, sales is kind of effortless for me. It just reminded me of the fact that so many other passions that I've had have improved this particular passion. Like, I like talking to people, I like having conversations, I like the social side of sales, but my other passions have bolstered that. My other passions have led to me being good at that and feeling like it's effortless, even though not really, because it's just all those years have accumulated without me realizing, of skills and experience and so on, to get me to a point where I'm kind of like immediately good at sales. And I think it's the same with this. Like I said, if you're good at presenting on camera, if you are good at public speaking, all of that is going to help you with all your other hobbies. Say if you like want to be a singer, you being good at art, you being good at graphic design, you be able to build a personal brand is going to help you be a singer, because everybody knows that pop stars and stuff, they need an aesthetic, they need a vibe, they need a personal brand. People need to like them for them, because a lot of the time singers are liked, or pop stars are liked, or celebrities are liked because of what we think about them, what we feel when we kind of see them, what we feel when we hear them speak. That's going to help you be able to build that pop star image, that image of uniqueness, that image that stays in people's minds. You pursuing art is not time taken away from pursuing your music, pursuing your content creation, pursuing interior design. All of it interconnects, all of it helps each other, all of it bolsters each other. At school, I was not naturally, like, I hate to say it, but I was good at English, and I didn't have to try. It was effortless for me because I'd done the work inadvertently by reading so avidly as a kid. Like, I literally remember being at dinner parties with my parents and having a book under the table, like reading it. I loved it. It was like amazing escapism for me. And that inadvertently meant that I sailed through English. I got A's very easily in English. I remember writing my first song when I was 13, and it honestly, to this day, I'm still like, I cannot believe that I wrote that, because it was so mature, and like, it sounds like it's like a Taylor Swifty type of song. It's clearly of that, you know, that 13-year-old feeling of, you know, wanting somebody and that adoration for somebody that you met on holiday and that kind of thing. And now all that stuff has accumulated to the point where I now find probably songwriting not effortless, because it's obviously you've got to combine it with actual music, but writing good lyrics as well is very doable for me. It's not something that I find really difficult. You know, I don't struggle to find things that like rhyme. I don't struggle to find things that sound good and sound like clever, because it's part of my experience. Why is this person driving so close to me? Oh, I think they're a learner. Oh, I think they're gonna try and fucking parallel park. Oh my god, I'm screaming. They're gonna try and parallel park right in front of me and just watch me content create. Why would they do this to their learner? That's so rude. Essentially, all the stuff that you're doing is not mutually exclusive. It's not stuff that happens in a vacuum. It's something that is bolstering everything else without you realizing. Don't be thinking, oh, you know, I'm not focusing enough on this thing. I'm not focusing enough on this particular passion. I need to do it evenly spread. Just chill and know that whatever you choose to do that day, whatever passion you choose to kind of go for in a particular period of time. Right now, my focus is like content creation, because I know that will mean it will give me space to do the other stuff. So I'm like blinkers on content creation. And sometimes I feel guilty. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not like working on an album enough. I'm not working on my performance stuff enough. But it doesn't matter, because all of the stuff that I'm doing in content creation is actually inadvertently helping me forward. I was resenting my corporate job for a while, because I was like, fuck's sake, it's like taking time away from what I really want to do. But it's not, because for real, my sales job has like healed me in terms of my performance anxiety. So I used to have a really big thing. Honestly, I think I realize now that I had an unhealthy overreaction to public speaking. In the sense that I was so self-conscious, I was so scared of making mistakes that I would then make mistakes, berate myself, and it was just this vicious cycle. In the job that I have, you literally have to sit there in front of everybody else who's on the phone as well, and you have to make mistakes in front of people. You have to think on the spot. It's like finding this peace that is, I'm okay with people thinking that I messed up, but I was like fearful of that before. But now it just isn't a thing. My sales job has helped my performance, helped my music stuff, helped my public speaking, helped me as a business person as well, because now I could probably pitch, and I would get a little bit nervous before it, but it wouldn't be debilitating. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I'm going to be sick kind of thing like I was before. So in a sense, yes, the sales job isn't my be all and end all, and it's not my absolute like, oh, passion, I want to do this for the rest of my life, but it has inadvertently bolstered my ability to public speak, to think on the spot, to improvise, to be okay with rejection. It's like remove that barrier. So also, don't be resenting your 9 till 5. Your 9 till 5 is probably pushing your passions forward. It's probably, and when I say, you know, as a multi-passionate, what I'm trying to say is people who want their passions to be their full-time thing. They want the love and their purpose and so on to be their full-time job. They want to make money from that. So therefore, do not be resenting your 9 till 5 that has allowed you to potentially not only make the money that you need to then make that jump, but also it actually is probably providing you with skills that you do not realize is helping you with your multitude of passions. And things like confidence, being able to speak in front of people, things like content creation is such an invaluable skill, because it spans across so many things. If you want to be a stylist, you have to be confident and have conviction about your own creativity. You have to be vulnerable and be like, somebody might judge me for this. That's something that comes with content creation. You have to be able to post and be okay with the fact that people are going to judge you. Just like the same with singing, you have to be, or comedy, or whatever it is, performance, dance, you have to be okay with the fact that people are going to sneer, people are going to judge you, people are going to be being rude about you, whether you post it or not. You know, you have to be okay with being vulnerable. You have to be okay with sharing your art. And that's the thing with being a multi-passionate, is you have to be vulnerable. You have to be okay with sharing your creativity, and anything that helps you be vulnerable, anything that helps you overcome that and just push through it is going to be helpful, whether that's your 9 to 5 or whether it's another passion that's going to bolster your other passions. Being a multi-passionate is really difficult, because you always feel this guilt of like, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or I should be splitting up my time equally for each thing. And for a lot of us, if we have a 9 to 5 especially, it's just not plausible. We have to, I guess, either do what feels right on the day, or focus on one particular thing at for a period of time and then switched to something else. In 2022, I was very much like Instagram. That was my thing. I was posting loads of fashion content, focusing on like a makeup collabs, and I got loads of collabs. I was doing really well on Instagram. I was like, had really great engagement. And then I decided in 2023 that I was going to focus more on YouTube and TikTok, and my Instagram kind of started to slow. And I could have seen that as like, oh, I'm not doing very well anymore. But no, sometimes you just have to focus on different things. You have to build up your other platforms. So fashion and that kind of thing, which I predominantly post on Instagram, and lifestyle stuff, travel, that's kind of had to take a step back. So when I got to like 2023, I was thinking, how am I going to make money outside of like relying on a corporate job? Okay, I need to focus on my businesses. I actually made a decent amount of money that year, but my Instagram and my TikTok and my YouTube took a step back. 2024 came back into content creation, and my businesses took a step back. People were like, oh, how's your business going? What's going on with it? Are you growing? And nothing really, because I had to take a step back from that particular passion. Whatever passion you choose to focus on at any one moment, that's helping all your other endeavors as well. Focusing on one thing is not taking time away from something else. It's helping it. And you got to see it like that, which removes the guilt, because it makes you think, shit, actually, I'm glad that I'm focusing on this right now because I know that it will help me in some other way. It will elevate me in some other way. It's not hindering the progress of my other endeavors. It's such a blessing to have so many things that you're interested in and not enough time to do them all. But just know that there's so much overlap between all of them that even if you just focus on one, it's helping the other one or the other few. It's not holding it back. It's not delaying your endeavor. You know, I for a long time I've always felt like, oh, for fuck's sake, like I'm so interested in content creation, so interested in my businesses that I've neglected my singing stuff. But as I've explained to you, I haven't neglected it at all. I've helped it. I've pushed the confidence in that endeavor more. Now I know what my look is going to be. Like, now I've landed on this red hair. This is going to be my look for being a performer. I like getting creative with makeup. That's going to be one of my looks. I like the silver. I like the gothic look. I like the alt look. That's going to help me as a performer because it's eye-catching. As somebody who's also a life coach, as somebody who also talks about self-development on here, that mindset and being able to develop a very robust mindset is helping me develop a thick skin to then be a successful musician in the public eye, to then be a successful content creator in the public eye. All of it helps. So give yourself grace, give yourself permission to focus on one or the other, because it's helping. They're helping one another. They're not mutually exclusive. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to, be a full-time content creator. This is like my dream. And if I can achieve that by building a beautiful community on here of people that want to grow, elevate, and become the best version of themselves, then I will. And I'm excited to do that. So comment down below your experience of being a multi-passionate, what you feel like has helped you or alleviated that guilt or that feeling of like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And almost like multi-passionate paralysis or decision paralysis. Tell me what your experience is. I really want to know. But with that, have a fantastic remainder of your day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.